Hello common people, this is Common Guy Reviews and I am your lovely host Pepsi. My teeth are better, or my mouth is better, and for this week let's go and investigate some murder mysteries. Yes, my box full of Argento's classics isn't empty yet, so we have stuff to review. After Suspiria and Inferno, films where Argento was experimenting with full-on supernatural horror themes, has returned to his origins to the giallo subgenre. He then received some harsh criticism from his obsessed fans, because they said that his previous work caused them some damaging psychological effects. All that ended up with death threats. This inspired Argento to write today's movie. Tenebrae is a 1982 Italian giallo film directed and written by Dario Argento. We follow an American writer named Peter Neal, who comes to Rome to promote his latest bestseller book, Tenebrae. Just before that, we open our mystery by following a young kleptomaniac, Elsa, who gets murdered with a razor by a mysterious figure. After that, Peter finds police captain Germani in his hotel room, where he tells him that these murders that are happening strangely resemble the murders in his book, and that there is a letter addressed directly to him. Peter promises to help as well as he can. What follows are more murders and more letters that start to threaten even him. He works with his literary agent Bulmer and his assistant Anne, but is unaware of his ex-wife stalking him too. I had many opinions about this film. I felt like the characters weren't as interesting as in the other films. Neil seemed a bit dull, just enduring the whole ordeal. In The Bird with the Crystal Plummets, main character Sam Dalmas was a lot more enthusiastic with his help with police, and therefore was in much bigger spotlight. I like the soundtrack. It featured again the band Goblin, and they did not disappoint. I will link the album down below, so be sure to check it out. It's got a banger, once again. Also, murders were really graphic. More graphic than usual, at least. First time in these films I see actually puppets and special effects used to depict horrific violence unleashed upon victims. This film almost turned into a slasher, not that I would be complaining, but it's nice that a certain touch is kept intact. That said, cinematography in my honest opinion wasn't on par with the movies I've watched from Argento before, especially like in the movie Phenomenon where I loved it so much. Also, there were some weird designs in the movie's plot that weirded me out. Like in the start of the movie, this homeless dude who harasses the shoplifter witnesses her murder because she kicked him in the balls, and he pursued her in anger, and then just disappeared in thin air. The way they portrayed him being the witness told that he should be one of the keys to solve this murder, but pieced out, only to be seen in one scene later doing absolutely nothing. Overall, Tenebrae was one of the weakest Dario Argento movies I've seen so far. I loved how much they put effort on the violence in murders, and the music track was also pure gold. But maybe doing some paranormal movies before this made Argento lose his edge in giallo. But he has a plethora of other movies, and not every movie can be a masterpiece. But if you like some gore and boobs, because every woman in this movie refuses to wear bras and are keen to wear see-through tops, maybe this is for you. I highly recommend listening to the soundtrack of this film, if nothing else. This was my review about Tenebrae, brought to you by Common Guy Reviews and speaking to you, your lovely host Pepsi. I'll see you in the next review. Goodbye.